Comrade Nomvola, I suspect Comrade Nomvola probably she's battling to connect. Can we therefore ask the GM, Comrade Phoebe Potgieter, to open with a message or a short prayer for us? Comrade Phoebe? Comrades, are you able to hear me?
We can hear you, Comrade Dada.
Where's Comrade Phoebe?
No, Comrade Phoebe will not be here today.
But that's a voice there. Comrade Nomvola? Nomvola. Comrades, without any waste of time, the Regional Secretary of the West Rand, Comrade Sanele Ngwevencha, he has logged in. Can we ask Comrade Ngwevencha to open with a very short prayer? Comrade Ares? Comrade Sanele? These comrades are not available. I will therefore proceed, and I'm not very good in praying. So I will simply welcome everybody who has logged in, especially the family. I can see Comrade Silo has logged in. I've seen the leaders of the ANC, other provinces who have also logged in. You are mostly welcome, comrades, to this important event wherein we will be sending condolences to the family of the backroom boy, Comrade Andrew Mlangeni, who was very selfless and played a very selfless role in the struggle for national liberation. They played a role to ensure that democracy and justice do happen in South Africa. So you are mostly welcome, comrades, and we'll allow comrades to make contributions, make their statements today. Tomorrow we'll then have an official memorial service that will also be addressed by the national leaders of the ANC. So today we're dealing with regions and provinces for them to be able to submit their condolences. So with those short words of prayer, I would like therefore to welcome the comrade from Comrade Mandla from the Tuli to just guide us through the program. Comrade Mandla, are you there? Comrade Mandla? It looks like comrades are battling maybe with the connection. So it means comrades will then proceed without the guidance of the team at Lituli. So what we will do, we will ask the RS of the West Rand if he's ready. If he's not ready, we would ask the spokesperson of the Greater Johannesburg region, Comrade Sasa Bonamanganyi, to start and say a few words. In fact, let's start with Comrade Sasa, who I suppose is ready, just to say a few words. Comrade Sasa Bonamanganyi, just 3 minutes and say a few words. The platform is yours, Comrade Sasa. Comrade Sasa, you're not audible. We can't hear you on this side.
He says he's
ANC as a whole. We're not just looking at ourselves and our own issue, but we're looking at.
He says he's struggling to unmute.
let's get another province then. Another region, comrade.
Which region is ready? Comrade Sanele, are you ready?
I saw Mpumalanga, Comrade Leah.
Comrade Leah, are you ready to come in? Comrade Leah?
Oh, yes. Yes. Good
How are
afternoon,
you?
leadership. I'm well. How are you, sir?
No, you're welcome, Comrade Leah. The platform is yours.
No, thank you very much. Let me greet the leadership of the NEC. I've saw Dr. Regina Mahaule. I've saw Mam Nomvula and other leadership. And also greetings to the leaderships of the regions, the entire regions in South Africa that are here, including the leadership of the Youth League, as well as the youth leadership of the ANC Women's League. My name is Leah Mabuz. I'm from Mpumalanga, the regional secretary of Nkangala region. We are honored to be part of this process or this Zoom meeting in giving the farewell to our stalwart, our leader, Umkhulu organization. And safe to indicate that indeed we have seen the life of Comrade Umkhulu Baba Umlangeni while we're still young.
Ngicela uphume kancinci enhlanganisweni ujoyine iZoom and convey the
Continue, Comrade Leah.
Oh, I thought she was talking to me, ma'am. Yes, we've seen in our young age when we've heard while we're still in high school in the 90s that there is a group of comrades that have been arrested, but the popular comrade and the name that we knew by then, it was that of Utata Umadiba, and not knowing that the Rivonia trialists were amongst those comrades, Utata Umlangeni, as well as Abo comrade Sisulu and the other comrades. And today, as the ANC is losing such a gallant leader, we also want to say, indeed, the memory and the investment that the ANC has made to the trialist or the Rivonia trialist per se, it is a memory that is going to live with us forever, and a memory that we must continue to make sure that we embrace it, and also goes down to the young people of this country. Because last corner, I want to believe that indeed that memory seeks to take us back and seeks to define us very well as Africans as to what do we mean, what is it that we belong to, because the culture of South Africa, where you are seeing all these things that are happening currently, it does not define the culture of a young person or a person in South Africa. Instead, those memories that these giants and the leaders of the ANC are living behind is the memory that we must all tap into it and begin to take our struggle forward. Sifuna ukusho ku-African National Congress as well as the leadership of the ANC that yes, indeed, we have lost one of our own. We have lost the father of the nation, one of our comrades who dedicated his time to serve this organization while it was not fashionable. And to the family Agamlangeni, we also wish to send condolences and say, yes, indeed, the life that Ubaba Mlangeni has lived and he has spent with the organization, it is not in vain, because we are still tapping to the wisdom that he has shared and expressed with the membership of the ANC. And up to today, we are saying, indeed, it was a good time for the organization to produce such leaders. And as we go forward, we know that the ANC continually produces leaders, but that memory of those gentlemen and women that were heroes and heroine of the organization still stick in our mind and still stays in our mind to say it is the struggle that we must continue to fight, and it's a struggle that we must achieve. And the struggle of economic transformation is something that definitely is the last phase of our revolution as the African National Congress, so that we realize a better life for all the South Africans. Sibonga kakhulu opportunity esinikwe yona ukuthi simazi utata, and sibonga opportunity esinikwe umndeni wakamlangeni ukuthi ingabi selfish, but at the same time isinikeze lelo thuba lokuthi sishare naye. And at the end of the day, we're embracing his life, we're embracing his wisdom, we're embracing his dedication to the African National Congress. May the good Lord be with them and say farewell to Ubaba Mlangeni. We know that these trying times, where we're unable to come next to the family and be with them, but with this virtual meeting, we're hoping that our message is sent and they listen to us, and we are with them. We're comforting them, because the Lord is the Lord that defines a human lives. So ubaba mayisedlulile emhlabeni, sifuna ukusho emndenini ukuthi akwehlange kungafani nelinye, kodwa sikushoyo ukuthi gcinane emandleni wakhe amakhulu, because he is the God of our strength. Even if he was old, he was still a father to a person. He was still a grandfather to a person. And those people cherish and acknowledge ukuthi ekhaya kunomkhulu. Whereas in the organization, we knew that we were left with the only one Rivonia trialist. And in that, we're saying we're losing a very important person, because this person is the person who drove the organization up to where we are today. And we want to thank you for the opportunity as the region to say, Situmkula galale ngokuthula, let the ANC heal, let the ANC move forward for the struggle of the emancipation of our people in this country and the entire Africa. Thank you very much, leadership.
Thank you very much, Comrade Leah. We're very much encouraged by your words of condolences. So we will now move on to the next speaker, which the REC member and spokesperson of Greater Johannesburg region, where Utata himself was a resident, and Utata was also conferred with the freedom of the city. So he's the freeman of the city of Johannesburg. So let's allow Comrade Sasa Bona to come in. Comrade Sasa.
Thanks very much, Comrade Regional Secretary. And thanks very much to the leadership from the NEC, of the ANC, the Women's League, and the alliance partners, all the leaders from provinces and regions, and also branch South African Community General. The ANC in the Greater Joburg also wishes to send its condolences to the Mlangeni family, but also to thank the family to have borrowed Comrade Andrew Mlangeni to the African National Congress, as he has spent most of his time in the struggle to liberate our people. As Comrade Dada have indicated, he has spent most of his time in the Greater Joburg, being a member of the ANC under the Greater Johannesburg region. Comrade Mlangeni have represented what the ANC is all about, a very selfless leader, a leader whom even in his old age, he was always available for the work of the ANC, whether in government or as an organization. It's one veteran of the ANC that you will not even miss in the key events of the organization or the events of government, because he dedicated his life to the struggle. He still believed, even in his old age, that he still needed to contribute in the struggle to liberate our people. He's a generation of the African National Congress Youth League that have defined the Defiance campaign and influenced the ANC to adopt it as its program of action. The generation of Umkhondo Wesizwe, the generation of the Rivonial trialist, and Comrade Andrew Mlangeni is one leader who did not agree to any kind of, conduct of ANC leaders who are corrupt. He has always been vocal against corruption. And I'm saying that there is no other way in which we can dedicate his life and send our condolences without ensuring that we call on all those who have got corrupt tendencies to resist from being corrupt, to resist from utilizing the name of the ANC to do wrong things. We must revive the ANC, and the ANC must uphold the high standard in society. Leaders of the ANC must uphold the core values of the ANC. Leaders of the ANC, in memory of Comrade Andrew Mlangeni, must be selfless leaders. They must be ready to serve society without necessarily thinking about themselves. Leaders of the ANC must be leaders who ensures that they put our people first. Everything that they do, they must not be leaders who are there to serve their families, who are there to serve their friends, who are there to serve only their factional agendas in the ANC. In memory of Comrade Andrew Mlangeni, let's ensure that all of us, we self-reflect, we self-criticize, we revive ourselves and become the leaders of society, so that the ANC can regain its position in society, that position of a leader of society. Today we cannot be leaders, of the ANC. When people see you as a leader of the ANC, they see a corrupt person because of the few individuals who are compromising the integrity and the reputation of the ANC. We must reclaim our position in society by ensuring that we serve our people. We must reclaim our position in society by ensuring that we appeal to our people. We are leaders who are able to ensure that we don't allow any form of business people to corrupt us. That is why I'm saying the best way to remember Comrade Andrew Mlangeni is to revive ourselves and remain true to the struggle to liberate our people. The struggle did not end with the likes of Comrade Andrew Mlangeni when they liberated us politically. The struggle for economic freedom for many of our people still continues. But corruption will defeat the effort of liberating our people from economic oppression. So through those words, we We want to remember Comrade Andrew Mlangeni. We must remember him on our daily basis. We must revisit our consciousness. Whenever we want to do anything that is wrong, we must remember Comrade Andrew Mlangeni and let the consciousness, our consciousness speaks to ourselves to desist from doing what is wrong. And remember Comrade Andrew Mlangeni through upholding the high moral standard in society. Thank you very much, Comrade Dada.
Thank you very much, Comrade Sasa. The saloons have now been opened as per the regulations, so you can prepare to visit the saloon. But thank you very much for those encouraging words. Now, comrades, we will now ask Comrade Sanele, the Regional Secretary of the Western region, who is now ready to speak to us. Comrade Sanele, you have your 3 minutes. Comrade Sanele, are you ready? He's from a mining area, so he's probably battling with connection. There you are.
Okay.
Welcome.
I'm audible now.
We can hear you very well.
Yeah, thank you, Comrade RS Joburg. My apology for not being able to unmute at the beginning of the meeting. The gadget I'm using here was a bit struggling to unmute here. Comrade Chair, thank you for the session that you organized to give us opportunity to send condolences to the family of Utata Umlangeni. Bese ngibulisile leadership kubunkokheli bonke uqala kuzwe lonke umama walapha eNtshona Randi umama kazwe lonke Mama uNomvula and the collective. Comrade, we want to send our condolences as Western region to the family of Utata Umlangeni. Sisithi comrades, let's also use the opportunity that is given yokukhumbula uba Umlangeni to also revive ourselves on how we do things. That include engaging our leadership, izisele zenyathi zisaphila singalindi amaxesha afana nala kanokufa, where we understand our leadership sesifunde emaphepheni, we don't create time to really engage our leadership. Ngithi comrade Utata Umlangeni is not one of those that were really populist ngohlobo lokuthi uzawuva nengoma that are sang by igama likaBawo Umlangeni. Kodwa when we read about him, you get ukuthi this was really a deep thinker. Bekuyindoda endingatsho ukuthi ibikwazi ukukhomba indlela ingajiki. And isho lento ndikhumbule ndijonga enye letter apha eke yabhalwa nguSikwale enye journalist apha pha ku-2012, without really going to that response kaTata Umlangeni, which I think is really published ngendlela eyanele. Uba Umlangeni there uchitha ixesha ecacisa ubunkokheli that leadership will come and go and the organization will always live. Atsho ecacisa around ubunkokheli kuka former president wethu uPresident Muroka ukuthi uyakwazi ukukhokhela into kanti awuyazi lento uyikhokheleyo uba ukhokhele ntoni. Uba Umlangeni uyanzulu ngepain njenge-membership okanye ama-volunteer that were really following this leader engayazi uba ngaba ikhokhele ntoni, ayizazi biphethe ntoni ngokucacisa kwakhe. That pain, comrade, iphazamisa nakwabo sibakhokhela. I understand most here is leadership more than membership. I'm talking to us as leaders, leader nam ngokwami ukuthi mama must understand le nto siyiphetheyo uba yintoni le nto siyiphetheyo, ukwazi nalo okulandelayo ukuthi understand it's not about you, it's about the organization ekunike ixesha loba khokhela ngelo xesha ulikhokhela. enza ukuthi comrades without spending ixesha elide masifunde kakhulu kolu hlobo lenkokheli, sibulele nakwifemeli nakuye uba uMlangeni. Ixesha loba alichithe ku-ANC kude kufike eli xesha loba kuthiwe uswelekile, kungakange kwakho chaphaza limlandelayo njengento engathi isibeke engxakini, esishiya ngexesha elibi kakhulu esijongene nazo nezifo ezingazange zakho ngaphambili, le micimbi yo-COVID-19. Endinethemba ukuthi ubunkokheli obukhona obuquka nam nawe sizawukwazi udibanisa intloko, singasebenzisi la maxesha kanokufa njengamaxesha okuzityebisa nokwenza izinto ezingekho kulo mbutho siwukhokheleyo. Mandibulele kakhulu Comrade Nobhala, siyi-West Rand Region, sithi ngxe kule femeli yakoba uMlangeni, nilale ngenxeba. Enkosi.
Thank you very much, Comrade Sanele Ngwebenja, the Regional Secretary of the West Rand, the mining area in Gauteng. Now, comrades, will give the opportunity to Comrade TK from the region of Ekurhuleni to come forward and say a few words. Comrade TK.
Thank you very much, Comrade Dada, the chairperson of the session, the family of Comrade Istwalandwe and Rumlangeni, leadership of the ANC that is here, Dianbuli Sanonke. I will start with by saying condolences to the family of Istwalandwe. And this is the message, of course, from the Regional Executive Committee of the ANC in Ekurhuleni. Without wasting your time, comrades, I think many comrades will speak, and our leaders can speak better than many of us about the comrade Ndrumlangweni. As we have learned a lot, in fact, it is the generation that gave us freedom. Ours is to learn from what they would have done for us, and as a young generation that is faced with a serious challenge beyond the COVID-19 pandemic. What is it that we have learned from these leaders under serious conditions of this nature? What is it that they would have done? The unity of the organization is what he stood for, and it is what we must do. I want to urge all leaders of the ANC, membership of the ANC, that unnecessary battles will not assist the ANC moving forward. This is the time we come together and work as a unit like the old generation of the ANC, the old generation of the Youth League in 1944 and beyond, the generation of the Rivonia trialists, people who have given us freedom, who have fought for 50 years for us to be here. Comrades, counter-revolutionary forces are going to rise. Every corner, every day, we're seeing a lot of problems for the ANC. Unemployment is rising, youth unemployment is serious. There's going to be a serious contest in every corner. The ANC was formed for one particular reason, which is the unity of Africans. We must be able to unite Africans moving forward. How we analyze the ground, how we work together, how we become the leader of society like our forebears would have done, will be important. I want to say the message from a region of Ekurhuleni is that unity is important moving forward, comrades. Let's do that. We would have seen our leaders do it before. Amandla, lala ngoxolo sithwalandwe, lala ngomxolo siyaparangwe. Ndiyabulela, comrades.
Comrade TK, Regional Secretary of the Airport Region. the airport that is normally regarded as OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg, located in Ekurhuleni. Thank you very much. Now, comrades, we want to ask Comrade Oscar Mabuyane, the chairperson of the Eastern Cape Province, to speak to us. He's also sitting in a PEC meeting. So we thought best that we allow him to speak, then he can leave, and ask Comrade Mike Mabuya Kudu to prepare himself, because he will be speaking immediately after Comrade Oscar. Comrade Oscar, I hope you're ready.
Yes, Chair. Thank you. Thank you very much, Chair of this very important session. Greetings to you and greetings to the family Kababu Mlangeni and the entire leadership of our glorious movement and the Gauteng province in particular. You are right, Chair. I'm just trying to multitask here. I'm in the PEC, but I thought let me not miss also the opportunity on behalf of people of Eastern Cape and the organization in the Eastern Cape province, just to take a few minutes to convey our message of condolences to the family, first to friends and our movement at large. Utata Mlangeni, njengoko sisazi uba ebesenguye oshiyekileyo phaya kwi-Rivonia trialists, bebonke bafunga okokuba bazawusiphathela inkululeko, bafunga abajika, and that's exactly what they did to deliver that freedom, ushering us into that 1994 breakthrough. They've continued to demonstrate and to show what is it to be revolutionary, what is it to serve our people with a high level of sacrifice, what is it to mean the principle of selflessness. So they've bequeathed to us a lot to learn from. We must just simply emulate their leadership and what they would want to see us in order for us to be able to take our movement forward. We've got a task of advancing the national democratic revolution, and without that level of discipline, that revolutionary morality, it will be very difficult for us to take ANC to another level. So siyafuna ke ukuthi utata makahambe aphumle ngoxolo, ukhaya malimkhulule. EsiXhoseni sithi abalala ukuthula bavalwa sithi amehlo, bona bavule thina amehlo. Masifunde lukhulu ngokukhumbula imisebenzi yabo emihle abayenzileyo, sijonge apho basuka khona, sacrifices abazenzileyo, for us to be able to realize where we are in order to navigate the way forward that is expected from us. Enkosi kakhulu sihlalo, ndiyabulela kakhulu ngelithuba.
Thank you very much, Provincial Chair of the Eastern Cape, for those encouraging words, and the PEC will also go well in addressing this that we are faced with in relation to the COVID-19, all other issues in the province, and I believe that we will succeed in ensuring that we confront this pandemic. Thank you very much, Comrade Oscar. Mudima Beluena, Mudima Tsirelets. Recope, Comrade Abuya Kulu. Thank you. The Deputy Chair of the KZN province, the only province with a surname, KwaZulu Natal. Comrade Mabuya Kulu, the platform is yours.
Well, thank you very much, Comrade Dada, the Mlangeni family, the leadership of the African National Congress at all levels, all friends and compatriots, Revolutionary Alliance of the African National Congress. We take this opportunity on behalf of the PEC of the ANC to express our deepest condolences to the Mlangeni family but more importantly also to the African National Congress and the Revolutionary Alliance for the passing of an icon in isithwalandwe uTata Andrew Mlangeni. As the African National Congress, we know too well that the generation of uTata Mlangeni, together with his cohorts, as it has been said before, they are the ones who gave us the biggest gift that any human being worldwide can ever want to have, that is freedom. We are therefore entirely indebted to this generation of martyrs, for they took up the struggle at a time when it was not fashionable. They were able to lay down their lives so that we, the current generation, can be able to enjoy the fruits of freedom. As we mourn the passing of this icon in isithwalandwe, we want to say on behalf of the PEC and the entire movement in KwaZulu-Natal and our membership that it is indeed said that uTata Mlangeni leaves us at a time when our country and the world is going through the most of the difficult periods in the history of the world. However, on one hand, we are also grateful that uTata Mlangeni, together with his generation, they've been able to give us both the lessons of how we should conduct ourselves, both as leaders, but generally as a society. They've been able to give us the moral compass of how we can conduct ourselves in the positions of leadership, but more so, they've been able to mold an ideal society that we all are seeking to build, the National Democratic Society. So as we say farewell to uTata Mlangeni, we are saying that we are indeed highly grateful to you, uTata Mlangeni, and the family for having given us the gift of freedom. And we say this gift of freedom can never be taken away from us, except when we take our own freedom for granted. And we say we owe it to ourselves and to this generation and the generation and all other generations who work so hard that South Africa becomes a free nation and a free country. Today we can walk tall amongst the nations of the world. Today we can actually claim our stake amongst the world affairs. Today we can have a voice.
We are live now, but I can't monitor it. And can
So
I
as we say so,
you can monitor, wait. Yeah, sorry.
So as we say so, we are therefore saying to this generation that you have given us something that no other person can ever ask for, but to be free and to be able to have a voice and to have the dignity that we all have. Today we are all equals before the law, and we have a constitution that protects each and every one of us, but amongst all, we have a constitution that stands amongst other nations of the world. So on behalf of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, we therefore join the millions within the African National Congress family and beyond in saying farewell to Mlangeni. You have left an indelible mark, not only in the political affairs of our nation, but also in molding an ideal society that we're all wanting to build. Thank you very much, Dad.
Sibonge kakhulu Deputy Chair Molwethu, sibonge kakhulu ngamazwi okukhuthaza usinike wona. Amazwi asizayo ukuthi sicinise nomndeni wakamlangeni. Siyabonga baba. Now, comrades, once we have we are now trying to get Comrade Spiwe Mgcina, the coordinator of the Vaal province, the Vaal region, which is known as CDBN. Comrade Spiwe Mgcina, are you ready? Comrade Spiwe, if we are not ready, we'll then proceed. We will then request Comrade Bentley Vass from the Northern Cape to take the stage. Comrade Bentley. Now then we will move on, comrades, and ask Comrade Tabang Makwetla to speak to us. Comrade Tabang, are you there? Comrade Tabang, are you there? Comrade Tabang, it seems like he's battling to connect. We will then move on to request Comrade Tlamani Chauke from the Northwest Province. Are you there, Comrade Tlamani Chauke? Comrade Tlamani, are you there? We will then move to the Mpumalanga Province. Comrade Lindiwe, Charlie, are you there?
Sibulise, Comrade Dada, we are here. Sibulise kakhulu kumdeni wakamlangeni, and also greetings to the entire leadership of the ANC that is present here, and also greet the entire nation of South Africa. As Mpumalanga Province, on behalf of the PEC, we mourn the loss of Ubaba Umlangeni. Ubaba Umlangeni oyisithwalandwe sethu abasiyaparangwe, the highest honor that he has ever received. And also Ubaba Umlangeni obe elapha ku-Rivonia trialist ogqina osele. Sithanda ukusho ukuthi emndenini wakamlangeni nilahlekelwe, simbonile ubaba celebrate his 95th birthday. Siyazi ukuthi abaningi bethu simgcine mhla kuvulwa iParliament ekhona lapha, noma impilo ibingavumi kahle. Sithanda ukusho ukuthi sibone obhala bama-province wonkana besihleli naye umkhulu, sihlele naso isithwalandwe sethu, sibe khona sibuka ukuthi izwe lethu lihamba kanjani, nokusho a-expressa indlela ezinye izinto angayithandi uma eyibona okumele siyilungise ngayo. As the ANC in Mpumalanga, we are committed ukuthi si-realize the dream of Abobaba Umlangeni, where we would be fighting corruption, where we'll be making sure that our people receive services. Because Ubaba Umlangeni ubengeke ajoyine i-Youth League asesemusha ey'nkathini zakhe la ngabe uzenzela zonke izinto, kube ukuthi kuney'nto ey'ningi angazenza, aqome ukuthi ahambe ayolwa, alwele isizwe, alwele umphakathi, alwele inkululeko. So niwumndeni nineqhawe elilele, nathi siyimpumalanga, siyabantu baseMzansi Afrika, sithanda ukusho kakhulu ukuthi mndeni wakamlangeni sibonge kakhulu ukuze nisizalele inkokheli, sibonge kakhulu ukuthi nisiboleke nasi-ANC. Kuyashiwo lapha ukuthi isizwe sakhiwa ngabantu abadala abanisela isihlahla umthunzi abangeke baze bahlale kuwo. Kodwa siyathanda ukusho ukuthi la sikhona siyi-ANC, siyabonga ukuthi ubaba Umlangeni uphilile kwaze kwaba u-95 years. And sithanda ukusho ukuthi one of the good things ebekazenza u-express i-opinion yakhe as is, a golfer of note. We know him very well ukuthi i-golf ube u-champion lapho ubeyishaya igalofu. Sithanda ukusho ukuthi hamba kahle Sithwalandwe, hamba kahle baba Mlangeni. Siyazi ukuthi wena ubungeke uthi izinto imoshakala uthule. Siyazi sonke la sihleli khona siwukhongolose ukuthi ubufuna sihambe kuziphi inyathelo. Sizothi uma usubekwa. Sithanda ukubonga kakhulu nehhovisi likamongameli ne-ANC ukuthi ikunike lesidima somngcwabo lesi abazokuhambisa ngaso kusizwe sonke. Sithi njengoba siyobeka ubaba uMlangeni, ake sibuyele emuva sithi uMzansi Afrika wonke umuntu kumele adlale indima ebalulekile emphakathini yakithi. Wonke umuntu kumele athathe abe sure ukuthi ucontributor positively, ngoba sisonke thina siukhongole sithi sisonke singenza impilo zabantu zibe ngcono. Siyabonga kakhulu, lala kahle Sithwalani, inkosi kubusisi. Siyabonga.
Thank you very much for those encouraging words of condolences to the family. Thank you very much. So now, comrades, we will try and move on. I've seen that Comrade Tabang is now ready. Tabang Makwetla, are you ready there? Comrade Tabang?
Still battling.
I suspect that, remember, Comrade Tabang spent a lot of years in exile. So technology might be a challenge to him. So may we ask Comrade Hlamani Chauke if you are ready? Comrade Hlamani Chauke. Is not ready. Comrade Bentley Vass from the Northern Cape, are you ready? Okay, so we will move, comrades, and request Comrade Nomvola to now come in so that we can also allow her to go back to the PEC meeting. Comrade Nomvola, a member of the National Executive Committee and a member of the organizing team of the ANC. So, Comrade Nomvola, the platform is yours. Mama Action.
Thank you, Comrade Nopala. Good evening, Bantu Abadala, Muzwa Mlangeni, the leadership of the NEC of the NC who are here, as well as the PECs and RECs represented here. You've really took me by surprise, Comrade Dada. We were going to just do the announcements after this, but once more to say Matsidiso Hafeli, Tsidisa Hanke Khona, Hari Beng Tsepo ya rona mo modimong. It's our time now to reflect on ourselves and take a leaf on the life of Ubaba Mlangeni, and through his passing on, do what Basotho ba buang ba re lefu le kopanya malapa. Let's make sure that ngokushona kaBaba Mlangeni sizoziqoqa nathi malungu ka-ANC sizihlambulule and make sure that we become what the people of South Africa expect from us. Lalani ngenxeba, Muzwa kwaMlangeni.
Thank you very much, Comrade Nomvola. Very short and precise. Knowing you, I didn't expect such a very short speech, but I guess you have so much on your hands. One is to ensure that the funeral of Comrade Tata goes very well, which is the responsibility that you have been executing. So it is too much that you have to focus on. You are also in the PEC meeting of the Eastern Cape. So thank you very much, Comrade Nomvola. Now, comrades, we will ask those comrades from the Northwest province if there's anyone who's ready, so that we can move on if they're not ready. Northwest province.
Northern Cape.
The Northern Cape is finally ready. You are welcomed. I think it's Comrade Vass.
Thank you.
You are welcome, Comrade Vass.
Yeah, thank you very much. My apology. As the Northern Cape province, we want to extend our sincere condolences to the Mhlangeni family and to the broader MDM formations. I think as an organization, we have lost a giant. We have lost a library of wisdom, a humble leader, a true fighter of this organization. Tata Mhlangeni has given his life to this organization for us for a better life. And as the African National Congress and the Northern Cape, including the Alliance partners, we are saying, may his soul rest in peace. And we wish that God will strengthen the family as well as the ANC family. I thank you.
Comrade Vas, are you battling with your connection?
He's done, Nobala.
He's done.
Thank you, Comrade Vas. Thank you very much. The Northwest, are you ready? Something is wrong in the Northwest. Can we ask Comrade Tawang Makwetla, are you ready? Okay, we'll then give to the young lion of Gauteng of Tshwane region, Comrade Lesego, to speak. Comrade Lesego, are you ready?
Yeah,
Comrade
thank you very
Lesego?
much. Thank you very much, Nobala, and thanks for the opportunity. I think I'll also try to be short. Well, I think that his talent, Ubaba Mhlangeni, was one of the few in our ranks who was given and conferred with this honor while he was still alive. And I think this is a testament to the life, the exemplary life that he would have lived. Maybe in expressing our condolences to the family, let us also pay gratitude to them for sharing him with us, because he spent the best days of his life in the service of our people as a freedom fighter, as a man who was married to the ANC and the ideals of freedom. We want to thank him for his exemplary life, and we also want to thank him for his leadership. He was always in the background. He was never one for the cameras or one who would wanted to lead and be seen, but he was always there to guide the movement in times of crises and in developing some of its policies, including being present as a delegate in Town in 1955. We, as the young people in the ANC, we thank him for his example, and may his soul rest in peace. Thank you very much, Nobal.
Thank you, Comrade Lesego. Thank you very much for those encouraging words. We are now ready to request Comrade Regina the words. In the meantime, Lesego, can you mute? Can we ask Comrade Regina Muhaule if she's ready, so that you can come in and take the platform? And Comrade Dakota Lekwete to prepare himself to speak after Regina. Are you ready, Comrade Regina? Comrade Regina? She's probably...
Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Regina.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I want to join all the comrades to thank the family of Ubaba Mhlangeni. Ubaba Mhlangeni is our father, and we don't qualify even to call him a comrade, because he's a stalwart, the history. He carries the history of the organization in him, and his departure makes the ANC not to be complete, because it looked like somebody who was sitting at the corner interceding for the ANC has left. It looks like now we're left on our own. So we really, as the African National Congress at this moment, when we are fighting all these other invisible enemies, feel so much left alone. So we are saying to the family, let them be strong, because what we're feeling right now, we know that they feel more than we feel. Let them be strong, and we know that from the family, Baba Mlangeni will come out. Because when he was still there, he was occupying the space, and no one could take that space. But now I know that since he has left, the space is going to be occupied. Same as in the African National Congress. Uba Mlangeni is no more. And as the ANC, we must sit down and make a self-introspection and look at all the things which he guided us on. Because when Baba Mlangeni was not happy, he would indicate and say at the same time that this is not the ANC we know. This is not the ANC we suffered for. So we, as the leadership of the ANC at all levels, we need to make that introspection and say, what is it that we can please Baba Mlangeni with? What is it that we can say we can bid farewell to Baba Mlangeni with? Is to bring the organization to its original form. And I want to promise the family that we take them as part of us, because they are indeed, that let them come and work with us beyond the burial of Baba Mlangeni. Their space is there in the organization, and the organization is cleaning itself. That's why even the membership system it has been cleaned. So there can be no one who complains about gatekeeping in the African National Congress. So it's going back to where Baba Mlangeni wanted to see it. So we are happy, and we say to the family, thank you, thank you, thank you, and receive our deepest condolences. Thank you very much, Chair.
Comrade Regina, for those encouraging words. Re kgothatsa lelapa, re kgothatsa the members of African National Congress, re kgothatsa all peace-loving South Africans. Re ba tiisa, and to say, Comrade Tate Mlangeni, o robale sentle, wa gago mosebetsi o phethile. So now we will move, comrades, and request Comrade Dakota Lekgote, the communications officer of the ANC in the Thule House. I think Comrade Thule has taken back his responsibility. But let's welcome Comrade Dakota. Are you there, Dakota?
No, thank you very much, Comrade Dada. And let me start first by appreciating the family of Mlangeni, just to say to them that their loss is not only the loss of Mlangeni family, it's a loss to the whole Revolutionary Alliance and MTM structures in our country. I would like to start first by appreciating the background of Tatu Mlangeni. I was fortunate this year to spend the January 8 celebration with him. I took care of him for the whole day that day. And little did I know, until I met him and Comrade Mashinini of the Free State on that day. He spoke to me and Comrade Mashinini, reminding us that the reason that he joined the ANC and that he became a political activist was because at his teenage years, after the death of his father in one of the farms in Bethlehem, the family became a victim of the farm evictions in those years. And him and his mom and their siblings had to walk from Bethlehem to Johannesburg to get a better life of their mom working in a kitchen at that time And for the whole year, they walked from Bethlehem to Johannesburg, and it was only the following year that his mom managed to register him at Rosettenville, there where he lived his political life, where he met most of the political activists at Rosettenville, St. Peter's, where they were taught by President Oliver Tambo at the time as a teacher of maths and physics. I was not there. I was told as a child of the ANC all these stories. But I would understand what sharpened his political life. It was the inequality that is still here today. It was the dominance of the monopolies that is still here today. It was the legacy of the apartheid capitalism that is still here today. And people like Ntate Mlangeni, they've bear the brunt of all forms of injustice and unfairness in our country. And I wish to advise all the comrades that looting from COVID, looting from our government, looting from municipalities, looting from state-owned enterprises, that does not represent the aspirations and the wishes of Ntate Mlangeni, as he told me. My witness is Comrade Sam Mashinini, the provincial chairperson of Free State, because at that time we were three. It was the three of us this year in the January 8th statement of the ANC at the rally. Comrade Mashinini's parents and Ntate Mlangeni, they grew up together in the same farm. He's a living witness that can tell the rest of the country what the old man said to us. I never had a chance, I never had an opportunity in my life to meet the old man except this year in the January 8th statement, to sit with him, and he explained what he explained to me. But I would want to take this opportunity to ask the Mlangeni family to say thank you to them for them having shared a life of this revolutionary father of us, a mentor, a commissar, a commander, and one of our first recruits of Condolences, and one of the founders and the pioneers of a revolutionary struggle against the apartheid onslaught on our people. We must, if we give credence to this leader, appreciate the support of the Ethiopians for His Majesty Haile Gabriel Selassie, the King of the Ethiopians, who hosted this leadership, gave them passports, Ntate Mlangeni to go to China, and Ntate Nelson Mandela, they gave him the name of David Motsamai. He went to Algeria to train as a soldier. Ntate Mlangeni, the other group, Ntate Mkwai and the rest, they went to China to be trained by our friends of the Chinese Communist Party under the leadership of the Chairman Mao, our revolutionary father from China, who trained them after winning and triumphing in the revolution in 1949. But they managed to train there in the early 1960s. And that is one of the histories that we need to appreciate, because people do not understand the relationship of China and South Africa, and China and the ANC, or the Communist Party of China and the ANC. It's as a result of people like Ntate Mlangeni that we have a relationship with the Communist Party of China, and that needs to be appreciated. I would not want to go into a long history of what he has done, but I know he died an unhappy man, and COVID is the latest scandal that have put a nail on the life of this revolutionary. And I wish we wake up and smell the coffee. We are not the ANC that he wished to be. I thank you.
Thank you very much for such a moving tribute, Comrade Lekwete. We are now moving faster, comrades. We should be concluding by 6. So any other speaker that will come after, limit your time. coordinator of the Sidiweng region, Comrade Spiwe Mgcina Mafika. Are you ready? Comrade Coordinator.
Thank you, Nopala. Greetings to the leadership of the African National Congress, the NEC members. Greetings to the leadership of all our provinces, the PECs. Greetings to all the regions of the African National Congress in the South Africa wide. Also want to pass my greetings to the family of Ubaba Mlangeni and also pass my condolences and gratitude for them to borrow us Ubaba, for what Ubaba have done to all of us, for what Ubaba have done to the African National Congress, for what Ubaba have done to the people of South Africa, and not only the people of South Africa, also to the people of the continent. Sithi siyabonga kumndeni wakababa uMlangeni, sithi nisiboleke leli thambo lenu ukuze likwazi ukusebenzisana nomphakathi wonke jikelele waseNingizimu Afrika kanye necontinent nomhlaba wonke ukuthi sibe nalento esibiza the world peace. Comrades, I took time when I heard that Ubaba uMlangeni have passed on. I went back to look at what we have said in all the funerals of all the stalwarts. As we know that Ubaba uMlangeni is what we are calling the one man standing. So I've gone back to look at what have transpired in all the funerals of all the stalwarts. There's one common language that we all saying in this funeral. That is the ANC must change. The ANC must renew itself. The ANC is not what our leaders expected to what it was supposed to be. The ANC must be selfless. The ANC must serve the people. The ANC must be the organization of what all of us want and dreamt of what's supposed to be the ANC. So what I'm saying actually, in short, Comrade Nopala and to all the leadership in this current memorial is that can't we use this opportunity of sending Ubaba uMlangeni as we send Ubaba uMlangeni, which is his farewell, and ask all of us that can this be the last memorial service where we ask the members of the ANC to behave in a manner of what it's supposed to be expected of the member of the ANC. That we can't be reprimanding people that they can't loot, like Comrade Dakota have been saying. We can't be demanding that the people, they can't be behaving like not what the ANC is supposed to be, what it's supposed to be. So can we use this funeral to say this is the last one? As Ubaba uMlangeni ahamba, going to meet the other leaders of the ANC, going to give them a report back, he will tell them that indeed I left as a sad person, but there's a commitment from all the members of the ANC that they are going to change. The ANC is going to be what we have fought for. The ANC is going to be selfless. The ANC is going to serve the people. So in honor of Ubaba Mlangeni, I'm calling on all the members of the ANC to say, this is the last memorial service when all of us, we say the same thing that Comrade Dakota have said, the same thing that Comrade Richana have said, that is going to be the last memorial service. We're all going to behave in a manner that befits the standard and the statutes of the African National Congress. In those words, I'm saying, hamba kahle Baba uMlangeni, tell the other leaders that sizwile, simamele, kwanele, i-ANC is our changer. We'll use i-departure yakho, which is befitting, which is honorable, that we're all going to change as a members of the ANC and serve this society and our country selfless. Amandla, ngiyabonga Nopala.
Thank you very much, Comrade Mgcina, and we wish you a speedy recovery. And I can see you are already recovering. You're very strong and fresh. Recover, my comrade. Therefore, comrades, the following comrades should be coming now. It's Comrade Susan Jati to prepare, which will be then followed by Comrade Makalo Mohali from the Free State, and Comrade Joe Matebula to prepare on behalf of the Andrew Mlangeni Foundation, and Comrade Violet Siwela will then be wrapping up on behalf of the ANC and everybody who spoke today. And then we'll then ask Comrade Sello to say something on behalf of the family. And then we will be closing the program. That is how the order will follow now. So can we proceed with Comrade Susan Janji? Comrade Susan? Comrade Susan, are you there? Oh, Comrade Susan is not there. Comrade Makalo Muhale, are you there from Free State?
Yes, I'm here, Comrade Dada.
You have 3 minutes, my comrade, my brother. You have grown up now. I'm proud to see you after so many years. The platform is yours, Comrade Makalo.
Thanks very much, Comrade Dada, and to the greetings to the Mlangeni family, the leadership of the ANC at all levels, and the leagues and all alliance partners. So on behalf of the Free State Province, we also wish to convey our condolences to the Mlangeni family and the entire formation of the progressive mass democratic movement in the country. As the province from which Ubaba Mlangeni hails from, as well as a province that is the birthplace of the African National Congress. We also wish to say Isitalandwe was so much great inspiration to us because he was not just an armchair revolutionary. He was taking part, he was very active, he was part of one of those key moments that have shaped the history of South Africa, the Vonia trial being one of them. But most importantly, because of time, we'd like to say what Comrade Isitalandwe fought for, among others, was to deal away with the white supremacy and restore the dignity of the African people. So we would like to remind our leaders today, now that we have achieved freedom, let us not lose sight. Let us not lose sight till that ideal has been achieved. Our people are still living in poverty. Our Black people are still discriminated upon. Therefore, it is upon the African National Congress and everyone else to continue to have confidence in the Black people, to continue making sure that that which is Talando and the others of that generation has fought for is a reality. It will be a great betrayal that we are now beginning to reverse the ideal that they have all been fighting for. It is still too early to lose confidence in the Black people. It is still too early to now start to reverse all of those gains and affirm white people. So let's remain loyal to the ideals of our struggle. Let's remain loyal to the ideals that we must create non-racial, non-sexist, peaceful and prosperous South Africa. Let's fight hard in remembering him. The only thing we can honor him is to also show selflessness so that where he is resting, he can be happy that what he has fought for never went in vain, but rather we have taken the baton forwards to improve the lives of South Africans. So on behalf of the province of the Free State, re re ho lelapa la ha Mlangeni, lefu ke ngwetsi ya malapa ohle, ha wa hla se sa hlayang, ra le leboha ka hore be le re kadimeng Ntate Mlangeni, ra le leboha African National Congress, ra le leboha kaofela bohle batho ba South Africa hore qetellong e be re ile ra kgona hore re be le Ntate Mlangeni, mme ho rona hore re se ke ra moswabisa. Re a leboha on behalf of the Free State. Thank you very much.
Sibonge Bulusha. They are actually growing, this young man. Ra leboga ka mantswe wa kgothatso. As I said, you'll now be followed by Comrade Joe Matebula on behalf of the Andrew Mlangeni Foundation. Comrade Joe Matebula, the Lion of the North, ke bana ba Lawrence Pokanuka, The platform is yours.
Thobela, Comrade Dada. Thank you very much for this opportunity. On behalf of the foundation, we really join the millions of South Africans who have dipped the black, green, and gold banner in making sure that this stalwart receives the honor that he indeed deserves. Comrade Andrew Mlangeni was a humble and caring man. But one of the most important aspects up until his passing on, he remained with one of the most sharpest mind. I say this without any shadow of doubt, Comrade Dada, that you would remember each and every comrade by his voice and by his name at the age of 95. We also had an opportunity to play golf with him even up to 2019. We hosted him, particularly myself, at the Legends. It was a golf that he insisted. He told Silo Mlangeni to say he is going out on a golfing weekend. And indeed, we had to spend time. And we could see that the old man was still playing like a real young man. He was even showing some of us how to do and how to play this game. Comrade Andrew Mlangeni had also contributed a lot in terms of his own surroundings. You would know that on behalf of the foundation, he would be contributing blankets during winter time. At this time, he will be contributing blankets in the areas of Soweto. Just recently, Comrade Silo Mlangeni was also had to donate on his behalf sanitary pads to young children and school children. That was the commitment of Comrade Andrew Mlangeni. But one most important aspect, Comrade Dada, I want to raise. Ever since we got the announcement that he has passed on, a number of South Africans from different races has been calling us, particularly those he played golf with in Limpopo, because in Limpopo he had established camaraderie and also a friendship with a number of people. So people from all race groups have been calling to say, Hamba kahle Sithalwane. Comrade Andrew Mlangeni, when we say humility, it's an understatement. In fact, he's one of the rare breed of leaders who had humility. I, for one, when I was in the NWC of the ANC Youth League, I had an opportunity to interact with Comrade Mlangeni. I remember very vividly, without wasting your time, he was a Minister of Transport in the ANC. At that time, we used to have the red golfs. I'm sure, Comrade Dada, you'll remember those red golfs that the ANC had for coordinating elections. At one point, I took that golf and I went to coordinate work in the Northern Cape, but I overstayed my welcome in the Northern Cape. And to punish me, Comrade Andrew Mlangeni gave me a kumbi, a microbus. Little did he know that when you give a young person a microbus, you have actually upgraded him. But he thought he was punishing me. I'm saying, and without any shadow of doubt, to say we have lost one of the most rarest human beings that South Africa has ever produced. We, as the foundation, he always implore on us to say, "Verekelang Sitjhaba," come with programs that are going to assist communities. I think I say this on behalf of all those who are in the foundation, that we will continue where he has left on. and we will make sure that the ideals for which he has always stood for are realized. Amandla.
Matla. Thank you, Comrade Joe. The young lions, the children of Lawrence Pukanuka, Ralabua Haholu. I think now, comrades, there's been a request here, whilst Comrade Violet prepares herself, there's been a request that we ask the president of the PPF, Comrade Kasif, to say something, who will then be followed by Comrade Sean from the Western Cape. Then it will be Comrade Violet, so that we can get closer closing the program. Are you ready, Comrade Kasif?
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
You are loud and clear. The people can hear you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening, comrades, colleagues, and compatriots. On behalf of the Progressive Professionals Forum, it is with deep sadness that we mourn and celebrate the life and times of our struggle hero, Comrade Andrew Malangeni. Baba Malangeni was a South African who cared deeply for all people, especially the oppressed masses. The life and times of Comrade Malangeni serves as an inspiration and an example for patriotic professionals and entrepreneurs such as ourselves. It serves as an example of how to give of yourself for the greater good of society. Comrade Malangeni's life stands as a testimony of all we can be and all we must be as South Africans, as humanitarians, and as leaders. Comrade Malangeni's life was a life in service of humanity, a person with unwavering principles, unfailing commitment, ethical leadership, and most importantly, a humble soul. As the PPF, we convey our heartfelt appreciation to the Malangeni family for sharing with entire South Africa and Africa this revolutionary patriot. May his soul be warmly welcomed by Tata Madiba, Tata Sisulu, Uncle Kathy, Gov, Ray, Comrade Dennis, his fellow Rivonia trialists, and all other freedom fighters who sacrificed all of themselves to deliver freedom and democracy to our country, which we now enjoy. As the PPF, the Progressive Professionals Forum, we commit to continue to promote and advance the values, ethics, and character of Comrade Malangeni amongst professionals and entrepreneurs. Our country demands this of us, especially during the current COVID-19 crisis. When a tree falls, the shade the fruit it has
Away
created.
to Comrade
Amandla.
Kasif. Thank you very much. And I think Comrade Sean, you are ready from the Western Cape. Comrade Sean.
Hello.
The platform is yours. We can hear you, Comrade Sean.
Comrade Malangeni stood on solid ground. His was not the politics of you scratch my back and I scratch yours. It was about ethics, it was about good governance, and it was about the full and the complete liberation of the struggling masses in particular. Like O.R. Tambo, Comrade Malangeni was clear. To Congress and to Congress only, we must be loyal. To Congress and to Congress only, we owe allegiance. What an inspiration. What a powerful soul. Enormous and huge gifts of the Spirit. Servanthood in service of the people, going the extra mile for the destitute and the poor, This would define Comrade Mlangeni, his life and his journey of struggle. To the family, we say that your grief and your loss is a shared grief and loss. Thank you for sharing this giant of South Africa, of history, of revolution, of change with us. This giant will not be forgotten. In everything that we do from this point onwards, we will remember this source of inspiration, this huge model of servanthood and of sacrifice. Go well, my brother. South Africa and the ANC, the entire nation and the globe for that matter, we owe you and we will remember you. Hamba kahle, Comrade Mlangeni. Hamba kahle.
Thank you very much, Comrade Sean. As we are nearing to close the program, now we will want to call upon Comrade Violet, member of the National Executive Committee, to wrap up the program on our behalf before we could give over to Sello Mlangeni to say a few words from the family, and the program will then be duly closed. Comrade Violet, the platform is yours.
Thank you, Chair. On behalf of the NEC, indeed, we are in deep sorrow. Let me support all the speakers who have spoken. I believe the entire world is grieving like we are grieving as the ANC. I just want to quote Comrade Dakota on what he said, that the loss of the Mlangeni family is not their loss, it's the loss of the entire country. I can say the loss of the entire world, because Utata is incomparable. His life and his leadership was a qualitative one. We have lost a disciplined cadre, a humble, honest cadre who stood his ground all the time. As the ANC, we want to commit ourselves tonight that Tata will change our behavior, as Comrade Dakota and Comrade Jana has indicated, and other comrades. To allow you to rest in peace, we need to change our behavior as the leadership of the ANC. We need to unite, we need to rebuild, and we need to renew ourselves. We are committing ourselves, Tata, tonight, that we're not going to sell this revolution which you and other hero and heroines fought for. We'll try our best that we do some introspection to be able to defend this revolution, because this revolution belongs to the future of our children. Tata, you are leaving us during this difficult period. You have seen it, you have seen it. We believe you'll go and tell them that your children are suffering. But Tata, want to promise you tonight that we'll try to change our behavior. We won't sell this revolution. We're grieving, we're at pains because we have lost one of our own. Indeed, the ANC will no longer be complete. We are incomplete without you. But let me tell the Mlangeni family that we thank God the gift which you borrowed us, a dictionary, an archive, which from time to time will have to go and instill some knowledge. Utata aishiyile. Tata, bewuyiqhawe lamaqhawe. Sizwa ubuhlungu as the ANC. We believe you won't rest in peace if singazibhekisisi, simeke sure ukuthi If we continue fighting as the organization, the enemy will take this power. And I believe that's not your wish. And akusi wish yabo O.R. Tambo, akusi wish yamadiba, lo simcelebratayo this month. Tata, indeed, you have been there for us, and we are promising you that we'll be there for you. We'll try to defend this revolution. We'll not sell this power to the enemy. We'll always remember you. You will be always in our hearts and in our thoughts. Doing wrong things, we'll know exactly that we are no longer doing it for us. We are doing bad for you. It's not by mistake that you are to be honored. You deserve it. And thanks to the president, to the decision he has taken, that you be laid to rest with dignity. You deserve it, Tata. We are committing ourselves as your children. We'll try our best to defend this revolution. Lala ngoxolo, sizokukhumbula amandla.
Away too. Thank you very much, Comrade Violet. Now, comrades, we will therefore ask Comrade Sillo. I know that comrades of the Northwest tried to log in, but we are late now. They will get another opportunity because we will be running this series right up until on the day of the funeral. So we'll therefore like Comrade Sillo Mlangeni, on behalf of the Mlangeni family, to say something, and then we can close our program. Comrade Sillo.
Thank you, Comrade Dad. And I would like to thank also the ANC leadership and all the regions that have spoken today on behalf of the family. It's a great initiative that they've taken to, because now we're in these difficult times of COVID-19. And I think really this is a good initiative that they've taken to remember our father. I'm encouraged today with the words that has been said so far from the comrades. And I know that we have a family in the ANC. We want to thank you for that. And we hope that we'll keep on this journey. As you say, you'll be reflecting the spirit of the ANC, or which direction are we taking. So let's hope that it won't just end up as words, but that's what we're going to do as an organization. We really appreciate and want to thank the president for having taken the decision to give him this farewell in this befitting way. Even though I know my dad will say, but why? I'm just a simple man. But I think personally that he deserved it. So we thank the president for that, for honoring him. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts as a Mlangeni family. We thank you. Thank you, comrades.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Comrade Malusi Kakana, also of the foundation, for being there throughout. I normally say the task of the struggle of executing the revolution remains a thankless task. However, we need to appreciate the efforts that comrades are putting in ensuring that we can deliver our people to a non-racial democratic society. With the challenges that go with it, we believe that we will triumph. And let me thank all the comrades who contributed today to send some condolences to the family of Mlangeni. We know that Comrade Mlangeni, his home is in Soweto, in Dube. Even from prison, he remained in Dube, stayed with his constituency throughout. He experienced all the crises and the problems that they experienced, especially now recently with the electricity crisis. He was there experiencing and suffering with his own people. And I think we need to salute Comrade Mlangeni for not forsaking his constituency, but for being with them through thick and thin. Releboge Comrade Mlangeni for the leadership that you have demonstrated, the humbleness and the selflessness that you taught most of us. And by the way, comrades, Dube, it's my area. I'm from Orlando West, so it's one area, and the entire leadership of the ANC, as you know, is from Orlando West and Dube. So relebua wulu from all the participants, and we will have these sessions right through until on the day of the funeral. But however, I must say, comrades, we have a book called The Backroom Boy. The book is available, it's exclusive books, and we'd encourage comrades to go and buy the book because it gives a very good account of the contributions of Comrade Mlangeni and his peers and his generation in the struggle for freedom. So with those few words, comrades, the program is officially closed, and thank you very much for your time. Amanda.
Away,
Away
two.
two.
Away two.
Away two. Thank you, Chairperson. Away two.
Thank you, Nobala.